17,000.
Okay, welcome back to this week's edition of the BarroomBlitz.com. I'm Jim Casey. I got my partner here, Glenn Cheeks Keller. We were talking sports. We were ripping through it tonight.
We're
Cheeks.
going
ripping.
We got darts.
We got notes.
Darts away.
We got notes. We're actually on time though, Cheeks. We're getting right there, man. We got darts. We got the computer. We got papers. We got standings. We know what's going on. We're going to talk a little baseball. We got Washington, St. Louis, and the Dodgers, and then we got Baltimore, Detroit, and the Angels. And then in the wild card, we got Oakland versus Kansas City, Dead Heat, and Pittsburgh and San Francisco. Seattle could sneak in there, too. Who do you like?
Who do I like where?
Anywhere. Tell me something. Tell me what you got.
Well, I don't think Baltimore's going to. I don't think they're going to.
You know, they're hot.
They're hot. That's the wrong time to get hot.
They lost the big guy, though, Davis, right?
Yeah, David, their home run, their 4 hitters out.
He's out for the playoffs. Cheater.
I mean, I think Anaheim is a real hot team. I think
you gotta like that lineup.
Well, finally they bought one. You know, somebody bought one.
Well, they finally started playing together, though. They didn't play together last year.
I know. They bought one. Well, did they have
we got
Josh
Steve
Hamilton?
Trout. Yeah.
Yeah, he's hurt. He got a strain, but they don't even miss him. Pujols, who was done, he's having a tremendous year again.
Yeah, he's batting .292.
And, of course, they got the best player in baseball there.
Mike Trout. Watch that boy play. You young players, get out there.
He's a guy that wants to play ball and does play ball, and he plays it effortlessly.
Yes.
Know? And they're up. Let's see. They play tonight. They're in Oakland.
What do you think about the Washington pitching staff?
Washington pitching staff. They're beat up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Hang on. I mean, St. Louis is there. Dodgers got a big payroll. Dodgers are always fighting, though. Yeah. Kind of like that. A little charged up. Always fighting with Puig. He must be like such a firecracker.
I think
in
the
the
most
locker
talented team is the Dodgers, but that doesn't mean they're going to do anything. I would really like to see Pittsburgh because I just like the way they play.
Oh, I love McCutchen.
I like the way McCutchen
you gotta like
plays.
McCutchen.
I like,
scrappy.
They are a scrappy team, and so I don't know.
I want to see the Royals get in there. They got a good lineup of nobodies.
Well, they're there at the wild card. They're tied. They're 84-70, and Oakland's 85-70.
Yeah, they're dead heat, and they got a half a game to finish. They got some kind of half a game,
there was some game
losing late in the game or something.
And like you said, Seattle's right there at 83-72.
Yeah.
So what is there left? 5 games? Is there 5 games?
6, I think. Two series.
Games holding?
Probably 6 games. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be a nice little run. All right, why don't we jump to Beefs?
Beefs. This is going to be a long segment.
This is it, Cheeks, because it's been so long.
It's been long.
Who's going to hit it first?
Of course I am. What are you talking about? Eagle fans and Chris Baker's block, please stop, all right? If you block Tony Romo like that, you go nuts and be happy, all right?
Sure.
He got his penalty. You got your yards.
Right.
Shut up, all right? Quit your crying. Quit your...
Yeah, I don't.
It wasn't really a cheap hit. I mean, some guys say the cheapest hit he ever seen. I mean, he's doping around. Stephen A. Smith said something right. You can't dope around on the football field. You can't be doping around.
Yeah, they just started that because the reason why they make that call is because the Eagles took a cheap shot on Jim Miller in the playoff game and knocked him out of the game.
That's true.
But it's to protect. It's all to protect the quarterback, and we know what it is.
I love Peterson coming in there. Peters or what's his name?
Peters and showing in, saying, you have to do that. Someone on the team's got to protect the quarterback, right?
Yeah, it was. Awesome.
I mean, you gotta because even the Williams guy, the Williams lineman for the Redskins comes over. You don't mess around. You got to protect your team.
It was funny. The guy 71 on the Redskins thought he was ejected.
Right?
He's like, what are you talking about? He's flipping out.
That's Williams.
Oh, that was Williams?
Yeah.
Baker's the guy that got ejected.
Baker got ejected.
Okay. Williams was like, what?
Oh, yeah.
I was laughing so hard. He's like,
I thought he was going to kill the referee.
He goes, what the? And he's like, what are you talking about? I wasn't even involved in this thing, man. Next beef, Ed Randell. Howard Eskin actually had a really good thing. Ed Randell's ripping Roger Goodell.
Yes. Goodell.
Roger Goodell.
Cheek speaks Chinese at certain times.
I speak a lot of things, but he's ripping them, and Rendell did the same damn thing with Ed Zandusky and Paterno. They hit it, and they didn't want to see it, they didn't want to accept it, they didn't want to know what was going on, and Ed Randell sits there and he blatantly rips apart Roger Goodell.
They're only trying to protect the league.
Well, I'm sure Roger Goodell had a lot going on, and he's like the guy with it, like the guy who, whatever his name is, he was Ed Randell's police chief or something.
Right.
he said, "Hey, you better look at this," and well, you look at it, and then it got.
Yeah, well, no one rips in the whole thing. Nobody rips New Jersey courts for letting them off.
Exactly.
Someone had to see the tape. I don't care if you saw the tape or not. First of all, the tape. If it didn't happen, what if you would have seen Michael Vick drowning those dogs?
Mm-hmm.
Or somebody,
what would have happened then? Right.
Right. He'd never play again. It's just because it's on tape. I mean, he's guilty of stupidity because he's a dumbass.
Goodell was like, well, he's not arrested. Why'd they let him go? He doesn't seem, he's not no charges, and he probably. And then, of course, TMZ blows it out of proportion.
Oh, yeah, well, that guy's an ass. Like, if I was Ray Rice, I'd go right in there and throw a left cross there.
Well, I'll tell you
what. You might as well. You got nothing left.
Well, yeah, he really thinks he's going to be reinstated. He's getting a legal team who's going to make a lot of money, and he's going to try to get reinstated, and I don't know if it's really...
He might get reinstated, but no one's going to pick him up.
No, I don't think...
You know what I mean? He'll get blackballed at least for 2 years, and by that time he's done. No one's going to want a 31-year-old running back, He's already kind of like...
downhill. He's going downhill already, right. And the next is Ray Lewis and Chris Carter on their comments. All right.
Well, Ray Lewis preaching to who?
The murderer.
Yeah, the murderer. Or at least known he was involved in a murder.
And the shit with that, Chris Carter's on that NFL, that ESPN show, and then you got Tom Jackson going, "Amen, yeah, brother." It's embarrassing. They got to stop. Nobody likes it.
One person said something. Stephen A. Smith. He goes, "Take a hard look." I'm not gonna say it. There's a common thing with all these things in the past couple of weeks. Stephen A. Smith said it, and he was allowed to say it. He said they're all black. But Adrian Peterson, the whole thing. I mean, I don't want to harp on it because everyone's heard too much of it. I mean, it's kind of disgusting. But let's move to the next beef before we get deep into it.
That's it. I'm beefed out.
You're deep. All right, Jameis Winston. All right, he shows up the game the other night. He gets suspended for the whole game. That
was awesome.
My phone goes off when he gets suspended for the whole game. Okay, my phone in Quakertown, Pennsylvania.
He didn't know.
He shows up to the game in full uniform because the guy laid it out for him.
Jimbo didn't tell him, man.
Well, how doesn't he know? Like, who tells him that? How dumb can you be?
He goes, "Hey, dude,
first of all, how dumb can you be to do what you did in the student union?
Why do you
what did he even say?
He said it started with the soccer thing. In the do her in the pussy. That's what he yelled.
Oh, jeez.
What all that viral stuff was. That's what he said. The F word. F her in the pussy. That's what he got up on the table and screamed that.
Oh boy.
Does he know he's playing football for Alabama?
Florida State.
Florida State. I mean, does he know he's playing?
Yeah, the coach right, the kid right. You don't have the school right.
No, I was just thinking about Alabama, how they're frauds too. But I was just.
All right, Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless, regular whipping posts on the show.
Getting very old.
When they were picking on trick plays like Johnny Manziel running down, these coaches are doing whatever they can that's different to win a game. You know what I mean? Now you keep your job in the NFL, you win games. Or you at least improve. So you got to show some ingenuity in something. Big deal. Johnny Manziel goes in for one trick play. He doesn't care. He's getting paid. He'll get the job eventually.
If he would have scored, what would have been the outcome of the game?
Right. Everyone would have been, oh my God, Johnny Manziel.
They lost by 3. They lost in overtime.
Right. Exactly.
It wasn't
even got all the way down the field and kicked the field goal.
Yeah, it's not like they're down, 37-7, and he's running a trick play.
Yes. All right. The whole first 2 weeks of the NFL just disgusting. The only thing that was good was the games.
It kind of ruined it. Didn't it ruin it all, one after another, and it don't stop?
The term franchise quarterback is driving me nuts because everyone's got to be a franchise quarterback. You know what I mean? I am sick of hearing about franchise quarterbacks. You're
only a franchise quarterback if you win the Super Bowl.
Right. And then the Derek Jeter farewell party. Everywhere, Derek Jeter.
He better not come back next year. You better not Brett Favre it, all right?
He Brett Favre's it. Because
Brett Favre about made me sick.
Remember when Urban Fryer had to give back the motorcycle?
That was awesome. That was awesome.
All right, well, we'll be right back with some more Barroom Blitz.
.com. Man, you got...